You need to be nice and light, really smooth in your pedaling, and just gentle on your bars, and just guide the bike through.
Yeah, so I mean, what you often see is someone, coming into a sandy section and turning their bars to try and get up to the side, and as soon as they do that, of course, that front wheel digs in and they come off. Hi guys, Coach Fenz here from FTP Training. We're joined today by Mark Tupalski down here on the Murrumbidgee River. It's an area in Canberra where we've got some sand to look into. How do you ride on sand? Thanks for joining us again, Mark. It's great to have you down here.
Thanks for having us, Fenz.
Superb. So, in many races around Australia, sand can be a major problem for people racing. It's in races like the Cape to Cape, Port to Port, even in endurance races, big endurance races like the Highland Fling.
Yeah, you always get some odd sections thrown in.
Yep, so you get those sections of sand, and it causes people a lot of troubles. What are the things that we need to consider when we're riding in sand?
Well, with riding in sand, the whole fact that your bike just sinks into it and will dig in is the biggest problem and the biggest thing you have to fight doing it. And the best way through it is to not do anything really sudden. You're looking to be fairly loose and fairly gentle on the bike. As soon as you throw your weight around or turn the bars suddenly, or even stab harder on the pedals, it's just going to push you further into it. You need to be nice and light, really smooth in your pedaling, and just gentle on your bars, and just guide the bike through.
Yeah, so I mean, what you often see is someone, coming into a sandy section and turning their bars to try and get up to the side, and as soon as they do that, of course, that front wheel digs in and they come off.
Yeah.
If you come off in the sand, what's normally what do you try and... I've seen lots of people trying to get back on and trying to ride, trying to go one-footed, and it's not the way to go, eh?
Again, it's because of that whole thing of that you're just going to push the bike further in. So if you get on, you've got to sort of rock forward to get yourself up on the seat and get your other foot in. It's just going to drive the bike down and you won't be able to start pedaling. So you've either got to have a look around, quickly find a harder section of ground, maybe off to the side of the road, or just commit to running until you're out of the sandy section and just get through it. Unfortunately, getting started is not the best thing to do in a sandy section.
Yeah, for sure. And you mentioned there, often on those sand sections, if we talk about maybe the beach at Cape to Cape, you come down through the dunes, which has been very sandy.
Yeah.
And you get down to the beach. Now, the beach has the tidal area where the waves are coming up. That's often the bit that you want to try and head to because it's slightly harder ground, eh?
Yeah, you go just, you don't want to be riding in the water. You want to be just off that, but if you can just sort of get right to the edge of the waterline, you'll find the firmest sand and it'll give you the best traction. So I know a lot of people say at Cape to Cape, they'll get out of the dunes, shoulder the bike, run down to that section and then start riding again from there, because trying to ride in between is just absolutely diabolical. Yeah.
And then on the trail type stuff, I mean, I'm often looking for bits of grass, bits of foliage, or anything that's going to give me slightly harder ground to ride on.
Yeah, like all those anything growing or little green bits are definitely a giveaway that you've got some slightly firmer dirt there. So definitely look for the edges and look for anywhere with a bit of leaf litter or something growing.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I've also seen over the years people ride specific setups for the sandy rides. Yep. Maybe going to some sort of a 2.4 tyre with slightly lower pressures.
That bigger surface area definitely gives you a smoother platform on the sand, so it doesn't sink in as hard. So definitely, if you've got the ability to change tyres for different sections, or you find a wider tyre that you're really happy with, or a big balloon tyre, that'll definitely give you a better run on the sand for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, that first stage, for instance, again at Cape, if you have the ability to swap into a 2.4 with maybe you could go down to 20 psi, you're probably going to get through that sandy section a lot faster and a lot better.
Definitely, you'll be a lot more comfortable. Another big thing as well is people don't ride sand very often, so it's not something you get to practice until you're in there and on the go. Probably big things you've got to think about is planning ahead your line, so you've got to make sure that you're looking a long way in front. Like you touched on earlier, people coming into a section and then turning to try and dodge the deepest bit, and because they're already in it, they just go down. You've got to be able to sort of look as far ahead, take a punt, commit to a line and don't try and change it, just go with it. Keep your hands nice and light on the bars. You'll find your wheel will want to sort of walk its way around a bit, find its own line. You're just there to smoothly push the bike through, maintain your speed.
Yep.
Don't try to do any big accelerations in it, just hold the speed you're going, just guide the bike through nice and gently. The other part is you see a lot of people blow up very quickly in sandy sections when they've been trying too hard. Reason for that is it's like absolutely nothing else you ride on, because it really grabs onto your wheels and holds you down. It's like riding with the brakes on. So it's a specific workout you can do, like even on a wind trainer, where it does feel like you've got a lot more resistance through your whole pedal stroke, and just trying to maintain a really nice, smooth, round pedal stroke will really help in the long run with getting through sandy bits.
Yeah, fantastic. All right, thanks very much for joining us and helping us with the technique for riding through sand, Mark.
Thanks, Fenz.
Superb. Okay, guys, hopefully that'll help you when you come across any sandy sections in any of your next races. All right, thanks very much. I'll catch you out in the trail. Cheers, bye-bye.